What's good? What's good? What's good? This your boy live and direct and absolute full effect out there 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth too. Just sitting here with my egghead ass. I know y'all been waiting on a motherfucker. I know you've been waiting on my egghead ass. My goddamn light bulb head ass. I know you've been waiting on my black ass. But I'm back. I'm back. And I'm back in full effect. You know. So I'm gonna discuss Deontay Wilder calling AJ a pussy and a coward, in which the fuck he is. Then we gonna discuss Bob Arum, pussy ass. We gonna get on that bitch too. Yes, we gonna get on Bob Arum because I'm gonna sizzle his hoe ass, punk ass, sucker ass, trick ass, funky ass, and stanky ass. And if you in this motherfucker, smash that motherfucking like button. Smash that motherfucking like button if you in this motherfucker. Yeah, I see it's about 3 viewers, possibly 4 viewers, but sometimes YouTube don't tell me everybody that's viewing this hoe. So it is what it is. First of all, Deontay Wilder, shout out to my boy Blue Blood. I'm showing you nothing but love, man. Can't wait till you get to the H Town, or if I have to shoot up to another city in Texas, then we can do that, man. But I'm gonna have to pull up on you. So I'm gonna have to pull up on you because you my dog. But anyway, shout out to Blue Buzz Sports. He talked about this in his last live stream as of 6:30 p.m. around the 6:30 p.m. Corridor. His last live stream, he talked about Deontay Wilder, AJ a coward. So, in which AJ is a fucking coward. Let's just keep it 1,010. See, every division in boxing, you can duck, you can hide, you can run like a little hoe, you can be a pussy, you can scratch your ass, you can let somebody fuck you in the ass. I mean, every division is like that, but you can't do that in heavyweight. Heavyweight is not the division to be a, and that's what AJ has turned himself out to be with all that pump faking, lying, bribing the fans. And the dude didn't even sell out his last fight because the fans are seriously tired of him pump faking and mistaking and doing all this whole ass shit. And so is Eddie Hearn. I'm just sick of fucking talking about hoe ass, trick ass Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn ain't nothing but a hoe. And yes, I said it. Eddie Hearn is an all-time fuck boy. That's what the fuck he is. What's popping and what's dropping, Zeke? What's popping? And and don't give me no excuse talking about, well, he not ready for Deontay Wilder. Don't tell me, motherfucker, you got 3 of the 4 belts that require you to become one step from undisputed. If you beat Deontay Wilder, you the motherfucking man in boxing. Period. You're the man. Canelo Alvarez ain't gonna be about shit because you beat the killer. You beat the monster in Deontay Wilder. If you beat Deontay Wilder, you beat a real deal killer. You became the undisputed heavyweight champion, which hasn't been done in approximately 19 years as we speak. That's how last time we've had a undisputed champion. Now, when Lennox Lewis was reigning as the lineal champion, a lot of people viewed him still as the undisputed heavyweight champion. They gave Deontay Wilder that belt. Dude, stop. Dude, stop. They didn't give Deontay Wilder that belt. Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder earned that fucking belt. He fought 30 plus fights. He should have been a title contender in his 20th fight. To be honest with you, the dude had to fight 30 plus fights just to get his first title shot. Because he was half-ass promoted by hoe-ass Oscar the fishness, loose booty hole, pantyhose ass bitch. That's why he had to fight 30 plus fights. They didn't just give that dude no belt. No, he earned that shit. If you fight 20 plus, 30 plus fights, you deserve a title shot at some point. He had a fucked up promoter. He's defended the belt 7 times. He's defended that belt 7 times. How many times AJ has defended that belt? He's defended his belt 7 times. And if he knocks out Tyson Fury, guess what? He's not too far from Mike Tyson. His next title defense after Tyson Fury, he'll be tied with Mike Tyson on the list of consecutive title defenses. And the only reason why he didn't defend it more times was because he had that injury against Chris Algieri. Chris Arreola, excuse me. But you could say the same thing for AJ. If you're gonna go there, dude won vacant belts. The IBF belt was basically a vacant belt that he took from Charles Martin. Charles Martin won the champion in 3 months. He got a vacated WBA belt, and Hoshit Parker got earned a vacated belt. So all those belts is really Tyson Fury's, to be honest with you. That's why when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fights, that's the lineal heavyweight championship in the WBC championship. Because Tyson Fury fought the man. He fought Vladimir Klitschko when he was reigning supreme, when he had 25 plus fights. Not when Vladimir Klitschko was already a beat up dude. So it is what it is. But dude is a coward. How the fuck you turn down $50 fucking million plus possible upsides with? Dude could have easily could have made $80 million. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. How the fuck you fuck up your family legacy? How the fuck you fuck up automatic security? And then not only that, he would have been able to pay off Eddie Hearn to get out that damn contract. He can still get Mayweather money. That ain't, dude, he could get Mayweather money. If he beats Deontay Wilder, he can easily get Mayweather money. That's not even an issue because he'll be the real heavyweight champion. People got to come see AJ. When you have the undisputed heavyweight champion in the world, they got to come see him. And he could have had AJ money. He could have had Mayweather money. This ain't got nothing to do with money. This got something to do with being the best, by the way. This got something to do with having the best fight the best. And he could easily get that money. He could easily get hundreds of millions, $200 million. So it is what it is. Dude is a fucking coward. How the fuck you a heavyweight acting like a little bitch? It is what it is. He's straight bitch. Because the thing is, no matter what I say or what anybody else say, as much power as Deontay Wilder got, it's still a 50-50 fight, no matter how we look at it. AJ could beat Deontay Wilder, and we ain't got shit else to say. But all the lying and pump faking and all the lying that Eddie Hearn did and all the lying that AJ is doing, all the coward acts he's doing, that's some hoe shit. That's straight up and down. That's whole shit right there. And then he could have been made to fight. Because guess what? If Deontay Wilder makes over 500,000 pay-per-view buys versus Tyson Fury, he's the A-side. You ain't got no say-so at that point. That's the reason why Eddie Hearn is up here talking about, well, we got to negotiate the fight right now. Because you know you're going to lose that A-side status. And at the rate that they're promoting the fight, the way Tyson Fury and Wilder's teams are promoting the fight, they gonna fuck around and get at least $500,000. Okay, he needs to avoid any right hand from Deontay Wilder. Of course, he needs to avoid any right hand. He catch a right hand from Wilder, he's finna go to sleep. But the thing is, he could have secured his family legacy. And not only that, that $80 million would have got him out of that Matchroom contract. Because the money is actually over here in the United States in terms of boxing. Because you can only generate so much money in the UK. Yes, you can generate good money for somebody for somebody like AJ, he's doing good, but he's only gonna max out so much. Whereas in the United States, when you have 320 million people, that's unlimited. Because if he becomes the A side if he becomes the man, guess what? He's not only got a UK audience, which he not only got a UK audience that he can max out. You know what I'm saying? He got, not only do he got a UK audience that he can max out every time he fights, Now he's got the United States crowd. Now he controls the United States pay-per-view market. And now he's getting residuals from both sides of the Atlantic. Same with Wilder. If he knocks out AJ, guess what? And becomes undisputed, guess what? He controls boxing. Boxing is going to be on his back, not Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is the money man in boxing right now. But once those two guys lock horns, guess what? Whoever wins that fight between AJ and Deontay Wilder, their net worth is gonna go up, and they're gonna shit on Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez only got Mexican fans. Now let's not get it twisted. Mexican fans do spend their money. There are loyal boxing fans, but the thing is, if he becomes the heavyweight champion of the world, guess what? He controls everybody. The black market, the United States black market, which don't sleep on us. We the biggest consumers in the United States. We've been the biggest consumer in the United States since the 1940s. So that's an unlimited potential right there. Then you got other groups of people that's gonna be looking at him like, wow, he beat the boogeyman, Deontay Wilder. That's an unlimited thing. So let me not get it twisted. There are some UK fans that's getting on AJ's helmet, and we need the guys keep on getting on that boy helmet, man. We need to keep on getting on Eddie Hearn's helmet, because you take that Dillian White fight over Deontay Wilder fight, you a damn fool. Dillian White does nothing for AJ. It did something a couple of years ago, but that's a couple of years ago. But Dillian White has no belt. Dillian White has no belt. He has no status. He don't have anything to offer him other than just another UK payday instead of an unlimited payday. So the thing is, they need to go on and make the damn fight. So it is what it is. Now, I'm going to get on another thing. Bob Arum. Bob Arum did an interview. I don't know who the hell he did an interview with, but he said Al Heyman is a cancer to boxing because he won't make the Errol Spence fight versus Terrence Crawford fight. Man, dude, stop. Dude, stop. Anyway, he won't make the Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko fight, even though Lomachenko has came out and said that fighting with the bad right hand is not the right. Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko is not the right fight with a bad right hand. Let me tell you something about that Bob Arum, because I'm a big researcher on Bob Arum, because I'm gonna get on Bob Arum helmet as well. You have always been a cancer to boxing ever since you stepped foot in boxing. So for you to say Al Heyman is a cancer to boxing, bitch, you the fucking cancer to boxing. Shout out to my boy World Breaker Fighting. Shout out to my boy World Breaker Fighting. Yeah, I know about that fight. It is what it is with that fight, but that's not a fight I'm interested in. But Bob Arum has cheated many of his fighters. Many of his fighters have went broke, homeless, etc. So how the fuck is Al Heyman a cancer to boxing when you've only had three undisputed champions in the last 33 plus years? In the last 33 plus years, and I can name off the top of my head, Donald Curry, Marvin Hagler, and Terrence Crawford. Don King, who hasn't been a relevant promoter, has had at least 10 undisputed champions during that fucking time frame. At least, off the top of my head. At least 10 undisputed champions. Either that or he had a lot to do with someone becoming an undisputed champion. I'm not gonna call that a duck. You know what? I'm gonna stay neutral in that situation, because one thing I did like what Bud did, he did give a realistic timeline. He said the end of the year, I'm gonna hold him to the end of the year, end of next year. because I understand what Errol Spence is trying to do. Errol Spence wants to beat the Keith Thurmans and the Sean Porters or LaShawna Porters, and then get that undisputed championship, and then fight Terrence Crawford. So I think that's the way he's trying to build. He's trying to unify with the other guys, and then fight Terrence Crawford, because that Terrence Crawford is going to be the fight of the century. I'm going to tell you that right now. And it could go either way. Either man could easily get knocked out. Y'all think T-Bud don't have no Ryan Garcia? That dude garbage. But anyway, I think he's trying to go undisputed before he walks into Terrence Crawford. So I would not consider that a duck. I think business, because I think ultimately K Diddy Shitty Porter, and Keith Runtime Thurman is eventually going to have to fight him, because I think Uncle Al understands that there is unlimited potential in a unification with Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, and the unlimited potential with Terrence Crawford versus Bud Crawford. So I don't think he want to get his best man in the gunfight there just yet. I don't think he's protecting him, but I think he's trying to build it to undisputed, because I think it's a bigger fight at undisputed. Now, it doesn't look good that he's fighting Luis Collazo over Terrence Crawford, but I think I would have called Bob Arum's bluff. But there's an issue there, and the issue is, dude, you got to have a better competition than that. But I understand. I completely understand, because Bud Crawford ain't got too many putty patrollers over there at Top Stank to fight. Don't got too many putty patrollers to fight over there at Top Stank. And another thing I think should happen is Bud Crawford need to go after Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. They need to go after him. I don't think he wants to fight either yet, but I wouldn't call it ducking yet. Now, if it boils over into a year, or like the end of next year, and none of these motherfuckers is fighting, then I classify it as ducking, because neither one of these guys appear to be duckers to me. I don't think they're scared of each other. I think it's more so a thing like, I want to cash out. It's more of a cash out fight, than anything. Especially with Terrence Crawford, because Bomac is already saying that Terrence Crawford may retire in the next year or so, or when he fights Errol Spence, or have become undisputed at welterweight, which is a good strategy. But the problem is, Bud Crawford gonna have to stay active some way. And if I was advising him, I wouldn't rush into that Errol Spence fight. I wouldn't rush into it too quickly, but I would get it done as soon as possible. Give me another putty patroller and then go after, or have a contract signed. What needs to happen? Here's what needs to happen to keep the boxing fans unhysterical. I think what needs to happen is there need to be a contract signed for the end of next year, like Andre Ward did with Kovalev. We knew Andre Ward was going to ultimately have to fight Sergey. Did I say Kovalev? No, Sergey Kovalev. Excuse me. Everybody knew Andre Ward was going to have to fight Sergey Kovalev. So they let that fight build by letting Andre Ward get him a couple of putty patrollers and beat up on a few putty patrollers and dominate him for 12 rounds. And then he ends up fighting Sergey Kovalev. The first fight, of course, was close, and then the second fight was a total domination. He got that body count down, and then made Sergey Kovalev buck his eyes like he's a black coon. So it is what it is with that. So I think what needs to happen is there needs to be contract signed to get the venom off, because I think once you put pen to paper with that contract. Because we need to see what a contract. We need to, if Bob Arum is really serious about want to make Terrence Crawford versus Spence, send a contract over to PBC. Send a contract through email or via fax, and then let's get it on. And then, whatever timeline is feasible, then get that fight popping and dropping. But I think between June and the end of next year, I think that's a realistic timeline for Crawford Spence. So it is what it is with that. But back to Bob Arum. Bob Arum has had a history of fucking people over. And my boy World Breaker Fighting had Wikipedia this. Now this ain't everything that Wikipedia don't have everything that Bob Arum did. He has a shitload of controversies. Thank you. Surely appreciate you, Zeke. He's had a shitload of controversies, especially with the George Foreman situation, Sugar Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya situation. It's a host of things that Bob Arum, and he's also a snitch, according to World Breaker Fighting, according to what he read on Wikipedia. Bob Arum is the last motherfucker that need to be saying somebody's a cancer to a sport when he has documented proof that he's a cancer to the sport. You a crook in the fucking sport. Name one thing that Al Heyman did. Name something that Al Heyman did in terms of hooking and crooking somebody like a fucking Bob Arum. I'll wait. I want you to find me one person that said Bob Arum fucked them up. I mean, not Bob Arum. Al Heyman fucked them over. I want to find one fighter that said he fucked them over. I'll wait. You can't find them. And then Al Heyman has made Undisputed. The reason why Jermaine Taylor became the Undisputed Champion against Bernard Hopkins is Al Heyman made the fight. The reason why Ricardo Mayorga was able to fight for the Undisputed title versus Corey Spinks, who was another Al Heyman fighter, is because of Al Heyman. Al Heyman started out advising Vernon Forrest. Then he ultimately started advising Mayorga during that timeline. Then he started advising Corey Spinks during that timeline. Al Heyman has had at least 2 or 3 Undisputed champions in that friggin' timeline. Because you gotta think about it. Vernon Forrest was a top stank fight, not top stank, but a Don King fighter. So was Corey Spinks. So was Mayorga, if I'm not mistaken. And Al Heyman made the Sugar Shane Mosley fight, the Mosley versus Vernon Forrest fight, from what I understand. But Al Heyman is a cancer to boxing. This dude has had just as many undisputed fighters in the last 30 years as yo stupid ass have. But yet he's a cancer to boxing. Dude, you is known for being a rest haven for Manny Pacquiao, for Oscar Gay Moisture, for a host of other fighters. You was protecting Lomachenko up until he just straight up had to demand the Rigondeaux fight. So who's a cancer to the sport when you do mostly 90% of in-house fucking fights? Top Stank do a whole bunch of in-house fights. But yet Al Heyman is a cancer to boxing because he's temporarily delaying, as of today, he's temporarily delaying the Bud Crawford versus Spence fight. Oh, most definitely. Smash that like button if you in this bitch. He's temporarily delaying that fight. Cause that's why I see it. Now, if next year rolls around, no contract signed, I'm gonna be on some helmets. I gotta get on Errol Spence's helmet at this point. Because if I flip the script on AJ, who I believed in, who I think was a 50-50 fight versus Wilder, then I'll sure flip the script on Errol Spence too, and he a Texas boy. But what I will say is this. Bob Arum got some motherfucking nerves to call Al Heyman a fucking cancer to the sport. When people has gone broke, people has had to file bankruptcy because of him. Look at Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is 40 something fighting. He got to fight Adrian Broner. And let's not get it twisted. People are talking about Manny Pacquiao gonna beat Adrian Broner. Don't sleep on Adrian Broner, because Adrian Broner do got popped to his punches. Let's not act like Adrian Broner is just a complete elevated to putty patrol status. No, he ain't there yet. But he does got popped to his punches, and he could shock the world now. So the thing is, Bob Arum has fucked fighters on top of fighters on top of fighters on top of fighters. But the fuck he caught, but he but he a cancer to the sport. But Al Heyman is a cancer to the sport. But you've had the FBI rated your I want to say at 145, 147. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I know it's definitely on Showtime pay-per-view. Pacquiao Broner. I'm not saying Broner gonna win, but don't underestimate that dude. I can assure you that Broner could cause him some problems. You know, now Broner hasn't faced a southpaw in a good minute, but it could be some problems there. I'll tell you that right now. But here's the thing with Bob Arum. Bob Arum got a lot of nerves. Bob Arum, you know, he's basically one of the reasons why people have walked away from the sport. He's hid fighters. He's done all types of fuck shit. He's done all types of corrupt shit. When has anybody raided the office of Al Heyman? When? Just tell me when somebody's just raided Al Heyman's office. The FBI has raided Al Heyman's office. Had a legit reason to. You can't find it. You know, Al Heyman got a good track record, not only in boxing, but in the music industry. He's got a good track record through those guys. Those guys get paid top dollar because of Al Heyman. New Edition, you know, Janet Jackson, just to name a few. Host of a lot of celebrities deal with Al Heyman. And you ain't found nobody that really shit on Al Heyman like that. But yet Al Heyman is a cancer to the sport. But you, on the other hand, the FBI has came and raided your shit when you on vacation and when you off on vacation. You've had to testify in court and snitch on your goddamn self because of some shit you done did, because of fights that you fixed. You are a documented crook, indisputably. Dude is a fucking Bob Arum snake ass is a documented crook, and he has the nerve to call Al Heyman a fucking cancer. This ain't nothing I'm just saying out of my ass. You can Google search this. Wikipedia can't put every damn thing this dude done did. You done had fighters buy out their contracts. You done lost court cases because you done fuck people in the ass. But yet Al Heyman is a cancer to the sport. Al Heyman is a lot of things, but a cancer to the sport of boxing ain't one of them. So Bob Arum need to sit his whole ass down. He need to sit his ass down. He need to sit his old decrepit Quaker oatmeal man's grandpa, great grandfather looking ass down. He needs to sit his ass down. Real talk. Another and more boxing news, man. Jared Hurd and Luis Ortiz, I think, versus a dude named Victor Kaufman is confirmed for the Deontay Wilder undercard versus Fury undercard. And I hope Fury fights Jamal Charlo on that undercard. I heard Jamal Charlo's supposed to be fighting in Brooklyn, but I hope that shit changed. Jared Hurd need to fight another champion. I want him to get 3 of the belts so Jamal Charlo could be undisputed or for the unification. So congratulations to all those guys. But I'm finna get out of here. Once again, this your boy, live and direct, in absolute full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how I do. Peace out.